Pine Bank Field. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. For the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On 2nd down now. It's Robinson, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 more there and another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On 1st down, Robinson. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From just shy of midfield, Jackson. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Robinson. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. That catch good for only a couple, and they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
On second down, it's Robinson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They run. Robinson. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
The ball carrier.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson escaping the pressure right. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The kick by Lambeau is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
He was covered by C.J. Henderson.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Watson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Watson's pass intended for Brandon Cooks. Incomplete.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. Here comes Westbrook. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. They'll run here with Robinson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. P.J. Hall there to make the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Let's go, Pete Tyson.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. They'll run it now with Robinson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And his pass incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
At their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. Caught out left side by Robinson. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
At the 43-yard line.
Now a give, right side. Robinson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And now he's going to use his legs. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They'll try the left side. It's Robinson. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 14-yard touchdown. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his RAC, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch. And he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Craig. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On 3rd down, Craig. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
Well, let's be honest. A lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Craig, and he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
The ball carrier.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. To throw is Watson. Sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Now it's Watson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But it'll be 2nd down.
At the 25-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
For the running back.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd down.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
The tackle made by
that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
3rd and 8.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
First down, Houston.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. He was covered by C.J. Henderson.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. It's a foot race. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Houston.
Touchdown, Houston.
A big play there. 57 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
Lining up for the
sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Back now in Jacksonville, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, it's Jackson. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch.
Jackson's pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And Robinson with a big catch. And he is going to have a Jags first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
At the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Robinson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The tackle man.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
55, my God, 55. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
On first down, it's Robinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Texans' 36-yard line.
Second and 11.
Mike 10. Mike 10, Mike 10.
From the gun, Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
And that will be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And this one is right down the middle. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
6-yard line.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 2nd down now, it's Craig, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there, pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll keep it on the ground. Craig. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
From the 40 now on second down. Watson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
And he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
It's a turnover on downs.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
They'll run on first down. It's Robinson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, it's Robinson. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Third and 10.
Third and 10. Expect a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Throwing now is Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do.
Texans.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. They'll roll him out right. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
1-yard line.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Robinson. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them. Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be from 56 yards out. Charles, on the losing side of things, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of